Hi guys, I am Sanjeevi of AI department. Today we're gonna see about English language as the ruler of world. English, the queen and king of languages. Introduction. Language is the primary vehicle for communication. It's a tool for understanding according to the ENLOG catalog of world languages. The total number of languages in the world as of 2014 is 7,106 living languages. Of these languages, English has emerged as the international common tongue. The lingua franca or global language, its unprecedented growth is manifested in the number of users across the globe and roles it plays in society, as well as its impact as global language. The dominance of English as a world language is natural consequence of historical developments. During this time, the countries of the world began to come together in international organizations and they need to be able to communicate. However, it was very expensive to run multilingual operations, so they decided that English would be the language used in their international interactions. Moreover, the League of Nations was created after the World War One, but then it was replaced by the United Nations, which established and situated in New York. The popularity of the English language. English is the international common tongue with over 1.38 billion users worldwide. Crystal 1997 observed that one third of the world is regularly exposed to English, with an estimated 375 million native speakers. It is estimated to be the third largest language after Mandarin, Chinese, and Spanish. Moreover, with an additional 1.9 million component speakers, English is a co-official language in 53 countries worldwide, making the spread of English around the world shift. English is considered both as an international language and a global language. The notion of international language means that a language is used in any international communication involving from two or more countries. On the other hand, global language historically pertains to that language that is spoken by those who wield power. The USA, Canada, Britain, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and other Caribbean countries are among the 30 territories that use English as a first language. English is considered the second language when people in the country use English as the official language or a language of the administration. As official language, English may be the one and the only official language, or it may share the status with other languages, such as that in India, Singapore, Nigeria, Malaysia, and Philippines. In such multilingual settings, English plays an important second language role by serving as a unifying force. The supremacy of English. Several factors contribute to the supremacy of English. First of all, the English language is important on global scale. Ajawat posits that the term global language implies that usage of languages for communication across speakers from varied linguistic backgrounds. When adopted, it enables different languages users and learners to understand each another, establish social relationships. As exposed by Gradle, undoubtedly English has become a global language for communication because it's not culturally regarded specifically for a specific communicative context. In other words, English is seen at the present at international lingua franca that facilitates social interaction between people of different native languages. As a global language, English is the language of diplomacy. Derbyshire noted that English has been accepted as a common tongue in the diplomatic world because of its neutrality and convenience. As a neutral language, the English language is rich and is easily adapted to local use and has become a language that no longer belongs to any nation or culture. It's used in many embassies and in the world for communication between the diplomats and their local staff. Key international bodies have adopted English as a working language, such as United Nations, the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, the International Criminal Court, North Atlantic Territory Organization, International Olympic Committee, and many others. It is obvious that people all over the world have to know English if they are students, as most of the important words in the field of education are written in English. Another important point on this topic is that English has become the lingua franca of international scientific publications as documented. English is the dominant language in the sciences. According to Hamel, there were three languages that dominated the sciences at the beginning of 20th century: German for medicine, biology and chemistry, French for law and political sciences, and English for political, economical, and geology. However, with the rise of USA as a world economic power, there came a shift towards English as a dominant language in majority of science and scientific publications. The influence of the interest has played a tremendous role in spreading the influence of English language. English is the language of digital world. Majority of interest websites are written and created in English. The UNESCO reported in 2008 that 75% of web pages were in English. In 2011, the BBC reported that 9 out of 10 computers connected to the internet are located in English speaking countries, and more than 80% of all home pages on the web are written in English, whereas UNESCO has recorded a steady decline since 2008. Still, just over 55% of top 10 million website published content in English languages as March 2014. The features of the English language. Equally important as the role that English plays in different sectors of society and are intrinsic features of English language that solidify its position as a global language and promote its use and ease of use. The first quality of the English as a global language is the richness and depth of its vocabulary that sets it apart from other languages. The Companion Oxford English Dictionary in 2014 lists about 6,15,000 entries in 20 volumes, making it world's largest dictionary. Oxford reports that the English lexicon is currently increasing by over 8,500 words a year. The exponential growth in lexicon allows distinct among words which are not available in other languages and ensure that English language remains vibrant. Third, English grammar is generally simple than other languages. For example, English had totally dispensed with noun, gender, or case forms of nouns. Hence, no more equal terms as la, nina, el nino, which is prevalent in Spanish language. There is no distinction between formal and informal address. That is, use of you in both formal and informal address as compared to German du, dich, der, sie, Henan, etc. Conclusion. American economic and cultural supremacy in music, film, and television business and finance, computing, information and technology, education, and the internet has consolidated the position of English languages and continues to maintain it today. American dominance and influence worldwide makes English crucially important for developing international markets, especially in the areas of tourism and advertising. Mastery of English language provides its users access scientific, technological, and academic resources which would be declined in developing countries. Proficiency and mastery of English language elevates the social status of learners to a level occupied by royalties of language. Thank you, guys. Let's finish the session.